Okay, so let's understand the new concept, links to elements. What do we have to do here is we have given some content and we have something like ID. We have to provide some ID to them. And when I have another link with that ID using hash, whenever I click on this content, jump to the heading below, so it will redirect me to this page. So this is in the same content. So what we do, like this is the page we have. In this page, whenever I click on tournament season and result, so it will give the result like this, rewards and statistics. It will give the result like this, financial. So it will move to that page. Okay, move to that particular part of that page. So what we do, let's suppose I am writing some paragraph, lorem 5,000 content, this content, and again I'm adding some, this is enough. Okay, and after that, after this content 5,000 words, I am adding one h1 tag and I am writing something called as, this is my hidden data, something like that. Okay, and then after that also I have a p tag and I'm writing lorem 5,000 again. So if I save this, you can see my content is like some content, and after that there is something. Okay, and what is my problem statement is, I want to create a link, and whenever I click on that link, I want this page to redirect or to move to this page, to move or to start with this line. How I have to achieve, like let's work on that. So in simple, we have to use an anchor tag. In that we need to provide something and some data. Let's suppose I'm writing data. Whenever I click on this data, I will be redirecting to that page. Okay, so in between this is my heading. So what else I can do? So over, if you see, I need to provide an ID and with some name, and the same ID I have to call in the href using hash. So let's do that. So I am giving some identity to that h1 tag. So I'm giving identity, let's say data, any name that you can give to them. The same name you have to call in the href, same name you have to call in the href. But if you do like this, so it will not work if you are not using hash in it. So if I just click on this, it will not work, cannot get data. What you need to do, you have to provide hash. If you provide the hash, now when I click on data, it will be moving my page to this content. So I hope you understand this particular links to element concept. So in the next video, we are going to cover the image tag in HTML that helps us to display the image in our web page. If you have any doubt or question, don't hesitate to comment below. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more such awesome content. Until next time, happy coding. So hey everyone, in this video we are going to understand images. Images होती क्या है? तो यार अगर हम किसी भी ब्राउजर पे जाए, किसी भी पेज पे जाए, you can see we have a lot more images here. Even this icon, if you see this icon, this is also an image. So if I inspect this thing, stripe, so you can see the stripe is also an image. You can see the image tag, Pinterest, so this also an icon, it is also an image. If I go through this, and you can see this, let me hover this, inspect this, and we can see that this is also an image. So throughout my browser, we can see a lot more images. So now it's time to build an image. Okay. So over here, you can see image having a source, dog.png and alt cute puppy. So what does it means? We have a source. Either we can source it from our system or either we can source it from an internet. And we can provide an alternate value. Alternate value is nothing but a description to this image. That is cute puppy. So let's go and work on it. So if I write image, you can see image is in self closing tag. There is no closing tag required in it. Okay. Then we have two attributes, source attribute and alt attributes. So what we do, let's first grab some images from the internet. So we go to the unsplash, and just writing some images, let's suppose nature. So we are getting some nature images. I'm just copy the image address and passing the image address in the source. If I save this and go to my page, you can see I'm grabbing that image from some internet, okay, and pasting here. Now imagine कि ये वाला जो आपका लिंक है, at any moment कि आपने जो वो वहां से images उठाई है इंटरनेट से, at some moment वहां से वो इंटरनेट से ही image हट जाए. That means this image will not work. So to help, I will provide some alternate description, basically the description. So let me provide some description like nature image. Okay, save it. When I save it, you cannot see कि यार nature image लिखा है, but it is not visible in my page. It is only visible when your image is not, let's suppose I'm adding some random content also. Okay, so this image is not the actual image, this address is not the actual address, so I'm making it incorrect. Now if I save this, now you can see there is a reloaded logo कि यार मेरे image load नहीं हुआ है, and now the description says that this logo belongs to image, nature image. Okay, you can provide your description, it's totally up to you how you describe your images. Now again, if we go back and remove the incorrect data that we have entered, now if I save it again, my images is getting loaded, but uh, alt value is only be applicable when my images is not loaded. What else we can do? We can provide new attributes like width. We can set the width of the image 300 pixels. Okay, we can set the size of the image, height of the image like 150 pixels. Okay, we can play with the width and height. So these are all few attributes we have. What else we can do? Now we are done with the links. Okay, so if you get to know this thing, now we can also work with images that we are having here in our main system. So I have a folder images, and we have an image of BMW 1.png, 2.png. So I can bring any image. So let me bring with image 1, that is BMW 1.png. So I need to provide the source, that is the relative path. So this is nothing but your absolute path you are taking from the internet. But if I give the path from the system, so images and then BMW, so images and then bmw.png, so this is my relative path. If I save, now you can see I have added the image of BMW bike. Now I can give some alternative value as well. Let's suppose I give BMW bike image, and same way I can set the width and height. Width is, let's suppose, 500 pixels. So you can see I have added my image as well. So I hope you understand this concept very well. So in our next video, we will dive into our delicious pasta recipe exercise using HTML. If you have any doubt or question, don't hesitate to comment below. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more such awesome content. Until next time, happy coding. So whatever we have learned so far, let's implement those things on a project. Okay, so we have a project like this called as pasta recipe, and we have to provide an text to them, a heading to them, then an image, then some bold letters, or we can say strong letters, some images, some content. If I click on this, it will move to the community notes, some paragraphs, some another heading, some unordered or ordered list we have to find out, some again a paragraph, then again text, then again a text with a link to it. So whatever we have learned so far, let's work on it, okay, and build this project. So you can pause the video, and after 1 or 2 seconds I'm giving you the solution. Okay, so we go to our page. Okay, let me remove the body. Now you can see if I go here, it is refresh the page, it is empty. Now the first thing you see is my page is having a, we can say, title to be pasta recipe. First thing is to change it here, pasta recipe. First thing is done. Now second thing is we have this as a h1 tag. I imagine that it's an h1 tag, so h1 tag, save. Let's see the result. It is look like same. Now we have an image, so this is an inbuilt image. You can download it from the internet as well, build your own project, but we have an image right here in the images folder. We having a pasta image. So what we do, we just call an image. The source will be images slash pasta.jpg. Either if you want to provide any things, you can provide alt. Now if I save, you can see this is a too large image, so I have to set the width as well. So if I set the width around 500 pixels, so you can see my images is set. Next part is we have three unordered list. In this unordered list, we have some bold item, some content. Okay, so let's build an unordered list. Unordered list. Inside this, we have a list item. The first list item we have is time. Okay, the first list item is we have is time, and that is bold. Just because you see this is there is no strong, there is no importance in that, so we are making it bold. And this is time. Okay, and the content of the time is about 40 minutes. If I save, you can see we have added about 40 minutes. Then just need to copy three times. Okay, so the shortcut for this is option for Mac, option shift and down key to just copy and paste three times. I'm just getting the content ratings. Rating 4.5, rating with a colon and then 4.5. And the last part is we have notes and read community notes. This is the content, and we have a link, and that link belongs to this. Whenever I click on this link, it will move to community notes. So we have to provide note, here's notes, and the next part is read community notes. This is the heading. Over here we have to write an anchor link which will move to something notes. I will give the name to them, an id, and the content we have is read community notes. Read community. So we have community with small c. We are done with this. So apart from that, we have a paragraph. So this is a random paragraph. So let me copy the text. You can make your own paragraph if it is missing. So what you could do, you can just write lorem ipsum. So this is a p tag, and we have a content. We save, the content is added. Now we have another paragraph, another heading, but this heading is smaller than this. So this is more probably it's an h2, and this is also corresponding to the same height. So we have this h2, and community notes is also h2. So h2 tag, this is done. Then we have ordered list with this content. Let me copy the content, then an ordered list with having a list item, and the content is like this. List item, also a list item, then again a list item. Okay, so I am assuming that it is very much easy to work on this data. We have already covered this type of things in our previous videos. So wait a bit. This is done. Let's see. You see it is 1 2 3 4 5, and if you write a type ABC, you can change the type as well. Type A will move to ABCD. Right now by default it is 1 2 3 4, so we are not changing. We are done till this point. Now we have to add a community notes, that is nothing but a h2 tag. So again an h2 tag with a community notes. Okay, it's done. Then we have a small paragraph. This was garbage and I hated it. So p tag is also done. Now this is an important part. I prefer this recipe I found on the id, and New York Times is the anchor tag, and when I click on this New York Times, you will be moving to NY Times. So what we do, let me take the URL of this. Okay, so we have a paragraph, and inside this we have an anchor tag. This is the URL, and the URL says New York Times. York Times. And the paragraph also consists of this line: I prefer this recipe I found on the this page. It th two times, not an issue. Can correct it right now. Okay, we are done with it. We are almost done with it. Let me have one space. Okay, whenever I click on New York time, I am getting redirected that way. Now we are left with but only one thing. Whenever I click on this read community notes, it will move me to this page, to this community notes heading. So what I need to do, I have already mentioned a notes with this link. So I just need to provide an ID to them. So I just need to provide an ID to them. So if I write ID with notes, now if I go to my page, now if I click on read community, again one more time, it is moving over here. So I hope you enjoy this video and you can able to make by your own. So see you in the next video. If you have any doubt or question, don't hesitate to comment below. Thanks for watching and do not forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more such awesome content. Until next time, happy coding.